I have one principal major political debate that I come to you with this evening. Quickly take you through the headlines. The Prime Minister is at Kanyakumari. He has returned to the Vivekananda Rock Memorial 33 years after he first visited it with Murli Manohar Joshi in 1991. The Prime Minister visits the Shakti Peeth at the Bhagavati Aman temple in Kanyakumari as he begins his two-day-long pilgrimage. After meditating in the Kedarnath cave in 2019, the Prime Minister is now on a two-day meditation retreat at the Vivekananda Rock Memorial in Kanyakumari.
विकसित भारत के लिए 400 पार, विकसित कर्नाटका के लिए, गरीबी कम करने के लिए ई बारी नानूरू मेरे.
The Prime Minister's last message as the campaign for the 2024 Lok Sabha election ends appeals to all voters to vote out in large numbers, to come out to vote in large numbers for the final phase of the political battle. Ladies and gentlemen, it's curtains down on campaigning for the 2024 Lok Sabha elections. The Prime Minister, who has led the BJP's relentless campaign from the front, has taken part in 206 rallies and roadshows in a mere 75-day period. In 2019, it was 145, which means that the Prime Minister has far surpassed the last general elections number by a big margin as the BJP eyes reaching 400 par. No doubt, it is in voters' minds and across the country advantage BJP for a third term.
देश देख रहा है, एक अकेला कितनों को भारी पड़ रहा है, एक अकेला कितनों को भारी पड़ रहा है.
Since 2014, he has carried the weight of the BJP's election machine. Over 200 rallies and roadshows in just 75 days. The Prime Minister's 2024 campaign has been nothing short of a blockbuster.
बहुत कैंपेनिंग बहुत इंटेंस है इस बार आपकी.
वैसे हर चुनाव में करते हैं, कोई ज़्यादा अलग से कर रहे हैं ऐसा तो नहीं है.
पर इस बार रोड शोज बहुत है आपके. ज़्यादातर हमने देखा कि
क्या है जी कि शाम को हमारा एक प्रॉब्लम ये है
जी,
ये हेलीकॉप्टर का प्रॉब्लम ये है कि सूर्यास्त के पहले आपको लास्ट डेस्टिनेशन छोड़ना
करना पड़ता है जी.
उसके बाद एक्चुअली कैंपेन के लिए 3-4 घंटे का सही समय होता है. अब वो मेरे जैसे को काम नहीं आता है क्योंकि मेरे लिए तो फिर उसमें से मैंने एक रास्ता खोजा
जी
कि जहाँ मेरा डेस्टिनेशन ख़त्म हो जाता है तो मैं एक स्थान पे रोड शो कर लूँगा तो एक एक्स्ट्रा कार्यक्रम मेरा.
अब की बार 400 पार.
The final phase begins in 36 hours, bringing the curtains down on what's been a high-octane 2024 campaign.
चार जून को 400 पार, विकसित भारत के लिए 400 पार, विकसित कर्नाटका के लिए, गरीबी कम करने के लिए ई बारी नानूरू मेरे.
57 seats on the 1st of June will in all likelihood simply decide the margin for Modi. He's confident that BJP is on track.
ये जो चीज है इससे शायद बहुत कुछ पता चल रहा है. इस बार क्या यहाँ पे भी मोदी सरकार?
मैं मानता हूँ पूरे देश में हमारा बेस्ट परफॉर्मेंस
बंगाल के लोकसभा के चुनाव में रहने वाला है।
It's been nothing short of a phenomenal year for the Prime Minister. He's personally monitored the Ram Mandir project.
आज हमारे राम आ गए हैं। सदियों की प्रतीक्षा के बाद हमारे राम आ गए हैं।
He's eyeing a hat-trick in Kashi that will send him to Parliament again.
मतदान पर्व के लिए काशी के हमारे परिवार के हमार ढेर सारी शुभकामनाएं। हर हर महादेव।
And today marks a full election circle for the Prime Minister. He began the 2024 campaign with a roadshow in Kanyakumari. And his campaign ended officially for 2024 this evening. He was back in Kanyakumari to reflect on the elections and the 5 years gone by. Has it simply been advantage Modi, this election campaign?
On the debate this evening, I have Swami Suparnananda first. He is Secretary of the Ramakrishna Mission Institute of Culture. Swamiji, I want to start with you before I go into the political debate. Can you hear me, Swamiji?
No, I am not in your political debate.
No, not a political
Yeah,
debate
but-
at all. I don't want to get you into a political debate. I just wanted to ask you the significance
No.
of the Vivekananda Rock Memorial, as a place for dhyan. I just want to understand the
Yes.
spiritual significance of the location as a spot for meditation.
Acha, should we have to speak in English or in Bengali?
English will be good, sir.
English would be good, but I have not prepared it for English. That's the problem right now. I will have to translate everything in mind.
Yes, that's all right, sir.
Okay. So,
Should I come back to you in a little bit? I'll go on with the political debate, Swamiji, and I'll join you back in a few minutes.
yes.
Yes, I'll do that. I'll do that. Thank you so much. I'm opening up the political debate now, please. Arka Kumar Nag, can I have the windows appropriately put, producers, please? Thank you. I don't want to have Swamiji on the screen because he does not want to be in a political debate. Thank you very much, Aditi. Thank you. 2 versus 2, please, on both sides of the screen. Thank you so much. Everyone on the screen. Okay. So, what is the problem? I'm just wanting to understand here. The Prime Minister has gone into dhyan at the Vivekananda Rock Memorial. This is a wonderful moment. It's a moment of contemplation. Everybody should look back at the campaign, look into the future, look at the challenges that the country faces. What is the problem? Pankaj, I want to start with you. Let's open up the debate with you.
So the point is, if Narendra Bhai is so sure that he'll be forming the government for the 3rd time, why should he be involved in all sorts of gimmicks like dhyan, like this? Why all this Mangal Sutra to Mujra to Mahatma Gandhi paralogism going on?
Top band for the middle visuals. Thank you.
Why a Prime Minister taking break for 1 full day and night to mysteriously sign and dispose of files and do postings, promotions and appointments if he is coming back for the third time. See, BJP itself actually not getting clear majority to form the government on its own this time. BJP's tally will stop between 215 to 230 at the most. It will need 40
2
to
versus
60
2,
extra
visuals on the
seats,
screen, branded.
which its allies
Put my
might not
audio
get.
down. Okay. So I still did not understand your point. What is your concern? I think towards the end of the campaign, you people are losing it. Abbas Haidar, the Prime Minister has done about 208 events.
Yes, events.
Yeah, so what do you think rallies are? Political events?
Arnab, the thing is, see, now people of the country, they used to look up to the Prime Minister. They used to, they used to say that Prime Minister will do wonders. They had so much hope with the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister has failed the country, and now the situation is that the people of the country, they don't take Prime Minister seriously anymore. Whatever he says, we have seen the deterioration in the statement of the Prime Minister. None of the Prime Minister in the past has used such word which he has used, from Mangal Sutra to Mujra. And now, when there is a silent period for the candidate, Prime Minister, the candidate from Varanasi, I'm happy that he's going for meditation. I think he's got a lot of time for meditation after 4th of June. He can go for meditation as long, as much as he wants to do. But during the silent period, why does he need media attention? That is a question. Because he himself is nervous. The Prime Minister and the Bharatiya Janata Party, they are frustrated. They know they're losing. They're losing this election 2024 because they have tried their best to deviate, to divert the core of the agenda of the election from the core issues to the, to such things like Mujra and mutton, fish and, Mangal Sutra. But they have failed. They have failed. The people of the country, the 6 phases,
So, viewers, the Prime Minister's silence, the Prime Minister's silence is their problem, right? I mean, that is the problem, right? Piyush? The Prime Minister's silence, the Prime Minister's meditation is your big problem now.
Silent? If
Tell me something you don't have a problem with vis-a-vis Narendra Modi.
The Prime, if at all he has been ever silent, no, except for organizing a free-for-all press conference kind of thing, barring the one-on-one planned interviews that he is usually doing, all he has been is vocal, and abusively vocal in this election, if I may say so.
Your party...
So we don't have any problem with the Prime Minister at all. The Prime Minister can introspect and meditate. Your party would not, your leaders and your spokespersons would not even come for a debate on the death of 7 children. 1 minute. I'll tell you one thing, since you're talking about media, I'll tell you something about Aam Aadmi Party. You are a most intolerant party. If we talk about how an Aam Aadmi Party candidate is caught in a terrible case of alleged sexual assault and sexual abuse in Punjab, you say we won't come on Republic. If we talk about how we will question you for the water problem, you say we will boycott Republic. Okay. If we say, allow me to complete. If we say that we are going to invite you on a debate on Swati Maliwal, let me expose you properly, no? Let me come. No, you haven't heard my question. The viewers have a right to hear my question. The viewers will listen to my question. 7 children died. No, you haven't got the gist of it. Don't even assume that you can understand what I'm saying. 7 children died in a Delhi hospital fire. The answer of Aam Aadmi Party is, if you focus on this story, we will boycott Republic. You boycott Republic, I will focus more on the story. Swati Maliwal gets badly assaulted by Bibhav Kumar. Response of your party is, if you debate this story, we will boycott Republic. I'm saying you boycott Republic. Okay.
Right? No. Anything. No. You are no, but no. 1 minute. Listen to me. Just relax. No, why are you getting so intolerant out here? No, you're not relaxed. 7 children died because there was a hospital in which the OSD, to the Saurabh Bhardwaj, he wrote to the authorities saying double the number of children's beds without the appropriate clearances. Children have died in that incident. 7 children died. 7 children died, and the answer of the response of Aam Aadmi Party is, because Republic is asking questions, we will boycott Republic. Boycott Republic. But I am saying all this to you because I need to expose your anti-media face. You don't like any questioning going on here. You don't like any questioning going on here, and you are talking about the Prime Minister's interviews. You are talking about the Prime Minister's interviews. How many interviews has your leader Rahul Gandhi given? How many interviews has your leader Rahul Gandhi given?
I understand.
How many interviews has your leader Rahul Gandhi given? No, I'm asking you a question. Why don't you answer my question?
No, I fail to understand. If I'm criticizing the Prime Minister on something, why are you?
No, I'm not. No, you. As far as the Prime Minister is concerned, so Shazia Almi will respond. But what I find laughable, out here is that you are talking about media. I have just proven that you are the most anti-media political party in the country.
So are we debating about?
No, because you made a question. You made a point on media. That's why I exposed you. I was going fine. The moment you crossed the line, I put you in your place.
No, I never crossed the line. I just put what I thought. You know that.
No, so if you thought, you may think so. I have a right to think what I think. We are back on the debate right now. Okay, here's one point. Let's go back to the debate, okay, let's cease fire for a minute. The question is today, okay, so here the question, no, because I will not tolerate any political party pretending to be holier than thou, and if few people talk too much, I will expose you. I will expose you parties. I will expose the media managers of these parties who do not send representatives to discuss responsibility in the children's deaths in cases of corruption. Everyone on the screen, please, Aditi. Thank you. Now my question is simple. One minute. Relax.
What is the problem?
1 minute.
I'm relaxed. Don't worry.
You are not relaxed at all. Everyone on the screen can see you. Can everybody be on the screen, Aditi? How many times do you have to remind?
And who's not worked up?
No, you're not relaxed.
If you have a problem with too much speaking of us, then don't call.
No, I'm telling you, who's bothered? Don't try to intimidate me. I am telling you, you're an anti-media party. You tell me, was it wrong of me? Was it wrong of me to ask questions to Saurabh Bhardwaj? What do you feel?
Why are you intimidated?
What do you feel about the death of 7 children in a hospital because of corruption by the Aam Aadmi Party?
Incident, and whosoever is responsible should be punished.
Why whosoever, whatsoever, what about here?
Whosoever it may be.
Why whosoever, whatsoever? 7 infants are whosoever. 7 infants are whosoever.
भैया जो भी रिस्पॉन्सिबल है सबको पनिश करो ना, जो भी रिस्पॉन्सिबल है, जिसके भी इंस्ट्रक्शन थे, जिसने भी परमिशन दी, सबको जेल में डालो. क्या है? यदि बच्चे जलते हैं, बच्चे मरते हैं, परमिशन के नॉर्म्स फ्लाउट होते हैं, तो डालिए ना.
किसने फ्लाउट किया?
बिल्कुल डालिए.
किसने फ्लाउट किया?
मैं ये बोल रहा हूँ, यदि आम आदमी पार्टी
किसने फ्लाउट की?
आपको तो आप
किसने फ्लाउट की?
It is very, I think it's very insensitive. The way this is being talked about is very insensitive. I just want to bring this to the notice of the person who speaks on the behalf of Aam Aadmi Party. Do you know Saurabh Bhardwaj was so busy politicking, he did not deem fit to even visit the hospital or even meet the relatives and parents of the children who died. Do you know that? Do you know that news? I think it's never happened before. And Saurabh Bhardwaj is so busy politicking. Atishi is so busy politicking that while people are dying and losing lives, everything is being blamed on the BJP. So I think.
Have I blamed BJP in that?
Let's compare the Prime Minister. 2 days back, while Prime Minister was speaking at a rally, a media person or somebody fainted. Prime Minister stopped his speech midway and said, I will not go further, somebody go to his help, and made sure that he was aided, taken to the nearest hospital and looked after. I mean, this is a difference. There is the difference of personalities, of characters, of personas is only too stark. So let's not even go there. But I just heard somebody say...
That is the difference of personality, ma'am. He does not talk about the real issues pertaining to this country. He does not talk about the issues that matter to this country. He does not talk about why the census has not been done 4 years down the line. He does not talk about
who washed the feet of a Dalit brothers. That is Prime Minister. He washed the feet. He laid prostrate. He laid prostrate in front of an old woman and said, "I'm your son."
He says
That's a Prime Minister.
Gandhi was not known at all.
Don't even try. Don't even try to disrespect that. It says a lot about him. This is him. He washed the feet and everybody saw what he did.
Anybody has lost it over the course of this election. It's the BJP and its top leadership, nobody else.
He met the workers, the laborers. First and foremost.
I tell you this way.
Event manager, ma'am, but that's it. He's a great event manager and a failed administrator. That's it.
Okay, so here's, can I just come in please, you see. What happened is that in the course of this election, and this is my confirmed view, the INDI alliance started depending on the polytubers. These are YouTubers who are funded by political parties. These are called polytubers, Raman. And at some point of time, we have to realize that polytubers cannot determine the nature of an election. This election started with the BJP saying 400 par, and it is ending with a focus on Narendra Modi. So much is the focus on Narendra Modi, Ramnik Singh Man, and you can come into debate with Arka and Piyush, who's very aggressive today, and Abbas Haider, that even when the Prime Minister is going to Kanyakumari, it's becoming an issue.
So, good evening, Arnab. Let me start by saying this, that the entire opposition put together have a problem with the Prime Minister when he speaks. And they have a greater problem. They're approaching the court, they're approaching the election commission when he's going to be quiet for a day or two. So they really need to decide and introspect whether they want him to speak or not. As a matter of fact, his predecessor for 10 years has left a lot of talk time for him. You know, the previous Prime Minister of India didn't hardly speak. I mean, you know, all the speaking was done by Rahul Gandhi. You remember how he had torn apart and thrown the papers away. So let's try and introspect that there are people in the political system who feel entitled, who feel they have a right to abuse, they have a right to come forward and speak anything. And they have absolute impunity on it. That's not going to happen anymore. You know, I don't know when the law is going to catch up or when the, you know, my lords will start taking suo motu cognizance, but the people have taken cognizance. The people of this country are trusting and believing in the guarantees that Modi has given. Because this man single-handedly has delivered on each promise that he's made. Sir, I don't interrupt. Please.
People are putting
I did not interrupt.
Giving you a lot
Let me go further. Let me go further and expose you. People know that Rahul Gandhi, Sonia Gandhi and the Congress party have a secret pact with the Chinese CCP. Why should people trust? Why should people of India trust you?
Rumors.
No, somebody from across the border, a former minister, federal minister of Pakistan, Chaudhry Fawad, he wants Modi to lose and he wants Rahul and Kejriwal to win. There has been absolute human misery in Delhi. You've seen the visual.
Please don't.
There has been absolute human misery in West Bengal. There has been absolute human misery in Punjab. You know, in Delhi, a former minister of Kejriwal cabinet used women to issue them ration cards. Now you see a sex tape of a Punjab minister. You think people will trust you? You think people will be fooled by you?
Yesterday,
this is absolutely ridiculous. Sir, you need to keep quiet. Sir,
you cannot go on and on and on.
Don't speak over me. Don't try to put me down.
You have a
Ramnik, if you allow me to add
long monologue. You have been speaking for so long.
Let me finish my point, Mr. Proap. Suno meri baat.
You know, I wanted to say, add something to what Ramnik is saying only for 10 seconds. If you may indulge me, please.
The Prime Minister has pointed out clearly and he's worked in the direction. We have 100% electrification.
You have no facts.
Okay, so
we have better infrastructure. We have piped water supply at homes. We are getting 80 crore people of this country are getting free rations delivered at their home. You think it's a small deal?
So why the Prime Minister is not talking about it?
We are on our way to be the third largest economy. You think it's a small deal? What have you offered?
Why the Prime Minister is not speaking about it? Let the Prime Minister talk about it in his election rallies, right? He's not talking about
neely kameez, you wear a bloody, what do we call a Renault pen and you
the Prime Minister is going out.
They have offered, right?
We are going to
They have offered a bottle per dusri bottle.
And as far as Rahul Gandhi, 1 minute, Shazia, 1 minute. Shazia, give me just 1 minute.
Ramnik, they have offered. Aam Aadmi parties have offered
as far as
2 bottles for the price of 1.
Let me highlight the hypocrisy. You are in a coalition with the Congress party, the Aam Aadmi party in Delhi.
You are getting a long monologue. You have been highlighting the hypocrisy of opposition for a very long time.
And when
Piyush,
highlight your own
Piyush, 1 minute. I think we still have a last phase to happen. We still have a last phase of voting to happen on Saturday. And the exit polls will start getting broadcast from 4 and the numbers will come, I think, after 6 o'clock on Saturday, 6:30. We are also doing 2 exit polls. So everything will be clear, about 50% on the day of the exit poll and rest of 50% on 4th. Now, Piyush and Arko, we have to be realistic here. We can't keep fighting because you are on this side, they are on that side. My views are also there. We have to be realistic. The INDI alliance, the name of this alliance, right? All this was decided in June, July 2023, right? 10, 11 months have passed. You had a chance of coming up with any common agenda, right? Abbas and Arko, we waited. We said this time there will be a contest. In fact, I went on air, I said, oh, this election is going to be interesting. You have a united alliance on one side and you have BJP on the other. So in fact, I went on record saying this election is going to be interesting. In 1 year, you could not come up with a common candidate, a common agenda, a common manifesto, or common anything. Just doing patchwork alliances in UP a little bit, Maharashtra a little bit, does not give confidence to the people of the country. The gap between you and the BJP is too wide. You know the vote share gap last time, Abbas, between BJP and Congress. Listen to me, don't smile, I'm very experienced in these matters, was about 19%. 19% nationally. That's the gap.
Arnab.
To cover that gap, you have to come up with something.
Arnab,
Yes.
in Uttar Pradesh, the vote share of BJP has gone down by 10% between 2019 and 2022. I'm not getting into these figures.
One minute, just one. I am getting into it, so I'm coming to you. I'm getting into it. See, I'm very good with these things. I'm very good with these things. I'm very good with these things. Exceptionally good. You mentioned percentages, everyone on, please. Would you agree with me that the BJP, if I remember, got about 50% vote and 62 seats out of 80 in the 2024 election?
In 29 election.
29 election, तो हुआ ही नहीं अभी तक.
2019 election.
2019 elections, yes. 2019. In the 2019 elections, they got 50% vote share and they got 62 seats. Now, would you also agree with me that with about 42.6% vote share, they got 71 seats in the 2014 elections?
I agree with you.
Then one minute. No. 1 minute. So, one minute.
Figure, please.
No. So what I'm saying is with 42.7% vote share, which is 7.7% less than what they got last time, they got 71 seats. आप क्या बात कर रहे हैं?
Arnab, there is something called graph. You know,
something called what?
Was going upward from 2014 to 2019, but after 2019, they are declining in Uttar Pradesh. If you compare 2019 with
later 9:45, please be
loss of 10% vote, and it is further going down by 16-17% in Uttar Pradesh.
16%. Okay, 16%. Okay, 1 minute. 16%.
Further 16%.
Statistical wonders defy political logic sometimes.
See, the thing is, we were expecting that we are winning 79 seats in Uttar Pradesh. But look at the desperation and nervousness of the Prime Minister. Even during the silent period of campaign, he wants all the media attention on him. All the BJP, I'm telling you, almost all the office bearers of the Bharatiya Janata Party, they are stationed at Varanasi. He's very desperate. He's very nervous about Varanasi.
Just imagine, they have a problem. They have such a problem by the top leadership of the Prime Minister.
Very tight even in Varanasi.
You've spoken for very long.
I'm sure BJP and Bharatiya Janata Party has
I just want to make a sharp 20-second rebuttal.
To divert the agenda of the election.
Imagine they have
focus of public of the election, but they have totally failed. The people have voted on the core fundamental issues throughout the 6 phases of the election, and the same is going to happen in the 7th phase of the election day after tomorrow. I have Prime Minister.
When you say people have voted on
okay, are you done now? Are you done?
Are you done?
And you have zero matter of
Okay.
We have seen
Arnab, I just want to say something very small.
We have seen what type of language the Prime Minister of the country
the personality of Prime Minister is such.
Absurd. I feel ashamed as a citizen of the country. I respect the position of Prime Minister. I respect the Prime Minister. But when the Prime Minister uses a word like mujra, that is not acceptable. I think...
Arnab, why are you letting him ramble on? It's very unfair on others.
They are suffering from delusion of grandeur and they're not realizing what is going to happen on ground. People have voted on their core issues and all the prapanch with the Bharatiya Janata Party has tried to do in UP across the country, they have failed. The dent with India...
I think all this is...
Those are the most unique points I've ever heard.
They cannot, that is inevitable. You cannot
I can't make him wait now.
That was so profound, Can you give others a chance to speak?
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to say, I'm so... Imagine how the towering personality of Prime Minister is such that it pulverizes them to complete inaction. They go running for cover. When he speaks, they are completely livid and outraged. When he meditates, even his silence makes them go into, tremors, raptures of tremors. So there is something to Prime Minister,
Not the silence.
And while he's loved by India and Indians, the India alliance really is trembling at the very idea of what the Prime Minister is doing. And he keeps them guessing. He keeps them guessing because he's so different in the way he thinks. And even his going to a very historic place.
I'll go to this. I just want to understand for the life of me, Orko, you know the significance of the Vivekananda Rock Memorial. I'm trying to understand for last 24 hours what has happened to this opposition. कोई इशू ही नहीं है. एक बड़ा इशू बना दिया है कि प्रधानमंत्री जी कन्याकुमारी क्यों गए. I mean, the real issue is, why is the Prime Minister silent? यही बाकी था. Why is the Prime Minister talking? Now why is the Prime Minister silent? Why is the Prime Minister going to Kashmir? Why is the Prime Minister giving interviews? Why is the Prime Minister wearing saffron? Why is the Prime Minister going to a temple? Why is the Prime Minister talking about Muslim quota? Are you the whole issue, the whole election? Arko, I'm telling you, you have made the whole election about Narendra Modi. You are the biggest marketing machine for Narendra Modi. Yes, Orko, what are you doing? Every day you are making the issue Narendra Modi. Yes.
I will get uninterrupted.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
So the point is the Prime Minister, I will not say that he is the election, but there is no denying the fact that the Prime Minister is the prime ministerial face once again for the Bharatiya Janata Party, and automatically what he does, every step of his is only towards the aim of the elections and to be in the media.
So why should he not be? What's wrong with that?
What I would say.
What's wrong with that? That's his job.
Even in the evenings. But I have to differ at one place. That why I do not know the BJP and even a huge section of media is thinking that the BJP is in a very sweep situation. I just tell you some figures. In 1984, the Congress got how much seats? 404 seats with 49.10% percentage of vote. But the very next time, when in 1989 they lost around 9.75% of their votes, they came down to 197. Similar thing happened in 2009 when the Congress was holding into 28.55% of the vote percentage with 206 seats. And what happened to them in 2014? With 44 seats, they came down to 19.52% of votes. So a 10% of the flickering can
yeah, but that's the question here. That's the question. Orko, I agree with you. Orko, I agree with you.
If we see,
I agree with you. 10%.
Last one sentence, Arnab. Last one sentence. If we see the vote share of the Bharatiya Janata Party in the 2019, it was 37.36% with 303 seats. So it is not such a thing that the Bharatiya Janata Party is in a flickering mood of taking over the third term. Mere of even 5%.
But I'll come back. I agree with you. No, on that I agree with you. Your numbers are correct. But may I just add one point to that, Orko, if you don't mind. You see, you have to look at the gap between the BJP and the Congress, and the historical gap has been in single digits. Then in 2014, it became about 12-13%. Then in 2019, it became about 18%. The Congress party presently is 19.7%. The BJP is around 38%. That's about 18% gap. So the Congress party has to go to 25%, yes, and the BJP has to go to 31%, which means -6 for BJP and +7 for Congress for it to be a fight. Even in that situation, the BJP will comfortably form the election, form the government.
States in Bengal, states.
Yeah, so even then the BJP will comfortably.
That can always happen.
In 1984, the BJP won only 2 seats with 7.74%.
1984 was not a normal election.
Let me see.
1984 was a post-assassination election. You can't compare it with anything.
1989, BJP jumped to 83 seats with 11.3% votes, a rise of only 3.6% vote. 3.6% votes brought BJP 81 extra seats. In 2014 also, BJP got 282 seats with 31% votes.
Okay.
In 2009, it got only 116 seats with 18% votes.
Presently.
An increase of 12% votes and 166 seats in 2014.
Okay, I'll come back in a moment.
9 to 10%.
I'll come back in a moment. I want to show the full frame visuals today of the Prime Minister at the Vivekananda Rock Memorial. So I started the program with Swami Suparnananda, Secretary of the Ramakrishna Mission Institute of Culture. And because there's a huge controversy over why Prime Minister is going to the Vivekananda Rock Memorial in Kanyakumari, I thought I'll get a sense from him on the spiritual and historical significance of the location. Swamiji, namaskar. I hope you can hear me now, sir. Arnab here.
Namaskar.
Namaskar.
Namaste.
Swamiji, I just want to get a sense, I don't want to get you into I don't want to get you into the politics of it. Can you just explain the significance to all our viewers, please, of the spiritual significance of the location of the Vivekananda Rock Memorial and its association with Swami Vivekananda and why it is considered an ideal place for meditation for so many Hindus?
So in a nutshell, I can tell you that Swamiji made Swamiji means Swami Vivekananda made extensive tour of India and went to the Himalayas for meditation. And yes, can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear. Yes.
Yes. And then after his meditation in the caves of the Himalayas, he started coming down to the plain and visited so many kingdoms, the indigenous kingdoms, the kings. Yes, and then talked to them and convinced them of their duty towards the masses who are dipped in abject poverty. Abject poverty. And he didn't stop there. He gradually came downward and visited almost all the states of Uttar Pradesh, Punjab, Rajasthan, Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh, and then the southern India. And then at last came to the Kanyakumari. So there he saw the tumultuous sea with waves only, with waves and waves only. And there is no iota of meditative mood that he experienced in the Himalayan caves. But he became very much satisfied with this because he felt that he had to do something towards the poverty-stricken people. Then he went to the last tip of Indian territory, Indian territory, it is in the deep sea. Deep sea. And he swam across there 500-meter distance. Then he sat for meditation for 3 days and 3 nights. Then he realized in his meditation that the past was glory, past of India was glorious. And the present abject poverty is because of the atrocities and suppression of the richer section of the people. Nobody had any concern for the teeming millions who were ready to face death out of starvation. Then he said that I hit upon a plan there. And what was the plan? And what? It was to ameliorate the conditions of the people, and that has to be done by himself.
Yes.
And himself alone.
Yes, Swamiji. Yes,
and
Swamiji.
he went abroad. He decided to went abroad. He decided to go abroad. And why is this particular rock is famous? Because there the great Uma Kumari meditated for getting Shiva as her husband. But her dream was never materialized, and that's why she is still there meditating on Lord Shiva. And on the mainland also we have the deity, we have the image of the great Uma Kumari, no doubt. But it is also said that on the rock itself there was a place where she meditated. And there, Eknath Ranade in 1970 erected one Dhyana Mandap. And from that day onwards, that very meditation mandap has become a place of meditation by millions of people who visit that place.
Yes, Swamiji. You have put it across.
Memorial, Vivekananda Rock Memorial.
You put it across.
That's why it is important.
You put it across very well. I want to go back to the panel. Swamiji, thank you so much for that. I want to go back to the panel. Orko, with a significance like that, you know, he's put it, there is a huge historical and spiritual significance. Look at it this way. The Prime Minister, ahead of a likely third term, wants to put India on a different chapter of history. He's talking about the next 1,000 years. He's contemplating about what he needs to do. Pankaj, can you not look at it in that sense, or will you be narrow-minded about it? Orko, Pankaj?
No, I won't be narrow-minded.
May I reply to
but
this?
I would like to ask you a question.
Yes.
I want an answer from you also, Mr. Goswami, that do you also believe that somebody in the world knew about Mahatma Gandhi, didn't know anything about Mahatma Gandhi before November 1982? The world came to know who Mahatma Gandhi was only after Richard Attenborough's made a film on him. Do you also believe that? Please answer my question.
No, first of all, I believe that that film is flawed.
Whatever.
You may not know, but that's your problem. I know.
Whatever,
I was too young, but I still knew.
No one knew about Mahatma Gandhi before November 1982.
Who is, no.
Is it a fact?
The Prime Minister might have known about Gandhiji after the movie. I think
Do
so.
you even know the point the Prime Minister was
These are
making?
slapstick
That is
comments.
the problem. The
No,
Prime Minister
for
was
you
talking
all
about himself, Pankaj-ji.
Firoz Gandhi is Gandhi for you. For us, Mahatma Gandhi is Gandhi for us. There's a slight difference. And
Yes,
this
yes.
is
After
the
the
point Prime
movie.
Minister
After
was
the
saying
movie.
that people
For me
didn't
also
even know
Mahatma
because,
Gandhi is Gandhi.
because it was all about
For me also
the
Mahatma
Nehru,
Gandhi is Gandhi.
Firoz Gandhi Parivar
Shazia ji.
and not the Mahatma Gandhi. This is the
Shazia
point he
ji.
was making. And that
Shazia ji.
also you decided to twist around. You decided to twist even that.
Arnab,
You know
Arnab, may I
exactly,
be
and it is
allowed to-
our
Yes,
Prime
Orko.
Minister.
Yes, Orko.
Through Swachh Bharat,
For
the
me
main
also Mahatma
flagship
Gandhi is the
program
Gandhi.
is-
Okay,
and
Orko, yes.
he was
Well, I
live.
will not make
And
any...
G20, we saw how many leaders
I
connected
will not
around
make any personal
Mahatma
comment
Gandhi
or attack
Memorial.
on the Prime
This
Minister for
is a
visiting the
homage
Vivekananda
and
Rock, but I have said this
and our
earlier
devotion
on
to
your show
Mahatma
and
Gandhi.
other shows as
Whereas
well.
your
And while the
devotion
panel
is to
was discussing, I was
Firoz
just
Gandhi,
checking through the other media
husband
channels.
of Indira
After the
Gandhi
silence
ji.
period
So
started,
that's how the name-
Prime
that's
Minister
what
has
Gandhi means to
successfully
you. For
taken
us, it's
over
Mahatma
all the
Gandhi,
media
father of the
places for today
That is the
evening,
difference,
and
my
I'm
dear
sure
friend.
tomorrow also
And
something
don't change
like
the
this will
topic
come
now.
up, and the Prime Minister will continue to campaign through the media.
Well, I'll tell you, Orko, every individual.
Silence period
Or is
goes
it
on.
lost on
So
you?
congratulations
Like
to the Prime
I would
Minister
say
for
that-
but at the end
Lost
of
on
the day,
you.
this will not affect the voting anymore.
Okay, I will say one thing to the panel with everyone on, is that I am not among those people who believe that spirituality has nothing to do with society and that politicians should not have a spiritual side. If Prime Minister has a spiritual side, it is something to be proud
It's a
of.
very important.
Prime Minister knows how to stay
It's
in
the very
the...
essence of who you are.
Are you saying tomorrow?
Spirituality is part of who you
Are you saying tomorrow if the Sukhbir
And I think
Badal
it's
goes
very
to the Golden
important to have
Temple?
a deep spiritual quotient.
No, Ramnik Man, if Sukhbir Badal or Bhagwant Man go to the Golden Temple, it will be a communal thing to do.
Not at all.
Then,
Not at all. Why?
said that.
then why do you
see,
criticize
as a
the
matter
Prime
of
Minister
fact,
going to
It's not about
this
communal,
Vivekananda
it is
Memorial?
about staying
This
in
is
media.
coming from whom?
The
This
Prime
is coming from
Minister
a party
always
which boycotted
knew that he has to
the Ram
stay in
Mandir
media.
consideration.
That's it.
This is
Okay.
coming from a party who boycotted Ram Mandir. I mean, for good heaven's sake, what are you even talking?
Abbas, no.
Listen to me, Arnab. The Prime Minister is the only politician in the country today. He's the only
Yes,
leader
Abbas.
in
You know what?
today.
If somebody goes for meditation,
Abbas, audio control, Abbas.
So obvious.
the
I mean,
person needs, some private space. But unfortunately for our Prime Minister, what he needs is 6, 7, 10 cameras around him. Because he's camera GV. He has been protected by the special protection group.
You can call him Camera GV, you can call him any names. I'll tell you that I would like to tell you the double exit poll, ladies and gentlemen, the double exit poll on Republic. Will anyone hear me? The double exit poll on Republic, 2 exit polls here, will start 4 o'clock on Saturday. And the way I see it, viewers, is that with just a 12% gap in vote share between the Congress and the BJP won 282 seats and the Congress won only 44 in 2014. This gap increased to 18%, taking the BJP to 303, the Congress to 52 in 2019. So even if there is mathematically a 6.4% swing away from the BJP, even then the party is comfortably forming the next government on its own. The BJP has also won 224 seats with 50% plus vote in 2019. It has swept UP with 50% plus vote in 2019. So you will ask me, what is the point you're making? Well, the point I'm making is, one, with my experience, A, there is no major swing away from the BJP. 2, even if there were a slight swing, even if there were, the party will comfortably form the next government on the 4th after that when the results come. That's my mathematical reading. Of course, we'll know more on exit poll night.